Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi. I'm completely blind so I don't look directly at you, but I promise I'm right here with you. So welcome to the fourth episode of our end of year Middle Eastern series, where we talk about Middle Eastern fragrances each Friday of November and December. Today we are going to rank 12 of my Paris Corner fragrances. Last week I ranked my Ministry of Gourmand fragrances, my Care and my Voo fragrances that are all from Paris Corner. So this week I'm ranking the rest of my Paris Corner fragrances. As a bonus, I also have the last 6 of my Middle Eastern fragrances here with me. It's just some from various brands and it didn't really warrant a 5th episode. Those of you who've been here with me for the last 4 weeks will know that I've spent the last 3 weeks going through all my Middle Eastern fragrances, and this is the last installment. So initially I thought to include the last 6 months in a separate episode, but guys, first of all, it's only 6, and second of all, I want to get on with the unboxings. I'm so excited to start with the unboxings. So let's start the festive month of December with unboxings, right? So okay, let's get into it. So I just want to ask you guys, is it better for you if I put the box here on my dressing table so that it's out of the way and doesn't block visibility? I would really like your advice on it. Okay, so please guys, this is just, as you always know, my subjective opinion. So in 12th spot is Kissa Pink. Now Kissa Pink, many of you know this one. This is a very sweet fragrance. There's coconut and apple in here. There's rose and violet. But don't think that you will smell coconut. Don't think that. It's more, if you know Yara, it smells a lot like Yara. I've heard people say that it smells like a strawberry milkshake. Yeah, and I can see that. I can see that, especially on initial spray. But there's definite florals in there as well. And there's a note in there, sort of a, I don't know if it's the violet or what it is, but it becomes a bit screechy. So the first 2 minutes of this fragrance is lovely when you spray it. Those top notes are lovely, but then it becomes musky and a bit screechy and a bit irritating. Look, I will keep it. I will not declutter it. I don't think so, at least. I wanted to declutter it at one point. But this is definitely for me the 12th spot. By the way, I've only decluttered 2 Paris Corner fragrances so far. That was Vibrant Orange and Neroli. That was simply just a bit too musky for me. And the other one was Apple Teeny, which I loved, but it was just a bit too masculine for me. Okay, so in 11th spot is Taskeen, just the OG Taskeen. Now this one smells like peach juice. Or if you've ever smelled the peach body lotion from, or body butter from Body Shop, the Body Shop, right? That peach one. I used to love that one. So I think my association when I smell that is sort of with that lotion. So I feel like I will enjoy this one in a lotion, but it sort of irritates me. It also becomes a bit screechy on my skin. Perhaps this will be nice if I go for a swim, or, and when does that ever happen nowadays? But anyway, I feel like I can do with a swim now. It's so hot here. But anyway, so yeah, it's got good longevity on me. So it performs quite well, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's cardamom in here as well, but all that you will smell, well, all that I smell is just this peach juice kind of smell. So that's the 11th spot. In 10th spot, we have North Stack Expressions 4 or Quatre. This is a citrus forward. It smells like vitamin C. It really reminds me of COVID times. There's ginger in here, there's orange, different kinds of orange, like Sicilian orange, but it smells basically like lemon juice mixed with ginger. I do like it a lot, and I will also finish this one, but do I like it enough to repurchase it? No. Also not with the other two, not Kissa Pink or Taskeen. I think that goes without saying. So I would not repurchase this one. I also think it's a perfect swim appropriate fragrance. But on that note, guys, I always say that, and people say that, but I'm very scared of wearing fragrances in the sun. Is it just me? But I've heard horror stories of where people got terrible pigmentation because of the oils in the fragrances. So I am a bit cautious always of that. Okay, so then in the 8th spot, let me make 100%. Yeah, this is Ophidian Mango Bliss. Yeah, don't like that snake. Now, you know, if you've watched my channel, I've come to realize that I am not really a mango fan. I love eating mangoes, but it smells good. I mean, it smells good. There's mango in here, there's lemon in here, there's ginger in here, and red berries. I really get the ginger mixed with that mango. Lemony, gingery mango. And it's sweet. I guess that comes from the berries as well. It's really, if you like mango and if you like a fresh but sort of zingy kind of mango, you will like this. But yeah, I like it, but I will not repurchase it. It's a bit deeper as Mango Yuguso, by the way. And I like Mango Yuguso a tad more. So in what spot do we have now? 8th spots. We have Date Caramel. So I know, this is a cult favorite. And look, this is a one where I will tell you I'm not sure whether I will repurchase it, because perhaps I will. It's not like it irritates me, but there's this note, and I think it's the date note, that is quite prominent and that is quite harsh to my nose. So when I put it on, for example, when I go to bed on my pajamas, I love the sillage. I love what I smell, just as long as you know, I don't go and smell my pajamas directly, or if I put it on my skin, that I don't smell my skin directly, because then it's really harsh. Out of the bottle, it smells harsh, but I might repurchase this just because of the fact that when I actually have it on, it's actually quite nice. Don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I'm not sure whether I will repurchase or not. Let's put it that way. Okay. So then I keep on forgetting where we are. In 7th spot, we have Eternal Coffee. And we are now getting to the fragrances that I really like. My sister said she loves this bottle. I just don't like the cap because, oh, it won't fall off, but it's quite light on the top. This is a deep coconut coffee. Oh, it's so good. I forgot how good this is. This is almost like Choco Cold by Ministry of Gourmand, but the coffee version. You are going to smell like a barista, I think. But that coconut is also quite pronounced, and it's becoming more pronounced every time I wear this fragrance. There's something that's a bit fresh in here as well. I wonder if this bergamot, I can't remember. I love this fragrance, and I do think I will repurchase this one. Although this one I wear at home because I feel a bit self-conscious to walk around smelling like a barista, if you know what I mean. But I'm perfectly happy wearing it at home. Okay, and then the next one is the Taskeen Marina. Now this one I love. I love, 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 love. This one is grapefruit and watermelon and peach, loads of fruit. But to me, it doesn't smell like a fruit salad. There's something familiar in here. I've used the lotion like this. I can't remember. I said before, I think I had a peach flavored sunscreen when I was young. So don't think coconutty sunscreen. No, no, no. That's just my memory. So it's so hard to tell you exactly how this smells. It's deeper than a fruit salad, where a fruit salad will be quite fruity and, you know, this one is like it's almost mixed with a lotion. To me, it's quite a lotiony, fruity smell, but I love it. I really, really love it. It's also a bit shampoo-y. Okay, definite repurchase. And guys, here is where the wheels came off for me because I couldn't make up my mind about the top 5. I really, really love them equally, but I had to rank, so I did. So in 5th spot is Indomitable. Indomitable, as you know, smells like Fanta, but with an amber note that grounds it a bit. I love it. I really love it. If you don't want to smell like Fanta orange, then this is not going to work for you, but it's beautiful. The bottle is this plastic. I think the front is, but the rest is, yeah, it's glass. Very, very nice fragrance. I really love this one. It's not complex. It's quite linear. But I love it. I love when I smell something in a fragrance, and that's what I smell at the end as well. Okay, then the next one is Molten Caramel. And I almost feel a bit guilty for having this at 4th place. Almost like I'm cheating on Molten Caramel because I love it so much. This is a popcorny creme brulee. Oh, it's so good. Slightly lactonic caramel. If you don't want to smell sweet, you want to stay very clear of this one. This is so incredibly gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, I love it. This was inspired by Cheirosa 71 by Sol de Janeiro. I love wearing this to bed as well. And then the last 3. How could I choose? I mean, it was like Sophie's choice. It was really like Sophie's choice. Okay. I decided 3rd place, Marshmallow Blush. This is a strawberry sorbet. To me, I smell that strawberry. It's a fluffy marshmallow strawberry, but there's on my skin, the lemon comes through as well. It's so nice. It's so... oh, it's so girly. It's just lovely. So I've just decided to put it in 3rd place because I thought, you know what? There's so many options of this one. And I'm not 100% sure whether I will repurchase this one or Gen Z Marshmallow because I love Gen Z Marshmallow as well. So just for that reason, it's been in 3rd place. But it could easily have been in 2nd place as well. Or in 1st place for that matter. Then we've got Pear Potion, and this will not surprise anyone. This is a caramel, sweet pear. And there's nothing more to say about it. There's really nothing more to say about it. Yeah. A bright caramel pear. You're eating a pear and you've put caramel over it. If you don't want to smell like a realistic pear, this one is not for you. It is so beautiful. I love this one so much. From the moment I smelled it, I fell in love with it. And then in 1st place, ta-da-da-dum, ta-da-da-dum, is Minya. This will also not surprise you. So Minya is a pistachio almond caramel. Most of us know her. Don't think yummy pistachio, no. No, 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 no. In here, the pistachio is polite. It says, you know what? I will take a step back. I will blend in perfectly with the caramel and the almond. For me, this is almost more caramel than nutty. If I have to, you know, put it in a hierarchy. Yeah, oh, it is so good. This was inspired by Serosa 62. I'm actually thinking of getting that one again because I can't have enough of this. This is such a good bedtime scent. I haven't worn this specific one enough, I must say. So that has been it for the Paris Corner fragrances. I'm just going to tidy up here. I'll see you in a second for the last 6 Arabian fragrances in my collection. Right, I'm back to rate my last 6 Middle Eastern fragrances in my collection. Okay, so the first one is going to be Pink Puff by Yekka Tatar. This is a very pineapple forward fragrance. There's pineapple in here, there's coconut in here. But to me, like I always say, it's almost like a pina colada, but with a hefty dose of pineapple rather than coconut. The coconut on me actually disappears quite quickly and I'm just left with this pineapple drink. Don't think freshly cut up pineapple, no. This is like what do you call that drink again? Spaletta pine nut or Fanta pineapple, that sort of smell. So happy. But there's definitely something of a pina colada in here. I love this fragrance. The longevity is okay. It's not the best. I'm gonna rate this a 8 out of 10. Then we have Giggle Puff by Yekka Tatar. Now this is a peachy, lemony, caramel fragrance. It's fluffy. Oh, I love it. Oh, no one of you said it smelled like peach pulp to you. And I definitely get something of that. But there's something vanilla, caramel, sweet. It's such a happy, crowd-pleasing fragrance. I will give this a 9 out of 10. Guys, if you hear a dog barking, I'm so sorry. My neighbor's got a new puppy and shame. The poor boy or girl has been crying the whole day already. Okay, then the next one is Gen Z Marshmallow by Yekka Tatar. This is a marshmallow, fluffy, think like marshmallow blush. That's basically what it is. On me, it lasts longer than marshmallow blush. It is just such a girly, almost strawberry sorbet kind of fragrance. I love this. And this will also get from me a 9 out of 10. I actually want to give it more. Okay, then we have Odyssey Chocolate, Dubai Chocolate by Armaf. This is a chocolatey, coffee, pistachio fragrance. It is beautiful. I love it. The only thing is, I always say it's got a very masculine note for me in the top. So in the moment I open it or spray it on me, then I smell that masculine note. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, and all of these fragrances I will repurchase except for Dubai Chocolate. Okay, we've got 2 left. we've got Victoria Flower by Maison Alhambra. Wow, how beautiful is this fragrance? This is a dupe of, apparently one of you said, of a discontinued fragrance by Viktor and Rolf, Flower Bomb Love Me Tight. I've never heard of that flanker. But the moment I smelled this, I thought it smells like Flower Bomb. Yes, but there's something different. And it's almost like there's something a bit sweeter, but also a bit more musky in a way. I cannot complain with longevity with this. I really love this one. Is it a ribbon? It feels like a ribbon that's around the bottle. I love it. So I will give this an 8.5 out of 10. And then the last one, I kept the best for last, is Vanilla Voyage by Maison Azerar. Oh, I cannot say enough good things about this fragrance. This is apparently was inspired by Bianco Latte. I wouldn't know. I really want that fragrance, but I don't have it at the moment. But this is a milky caramel, sweet fragrance. I think this one also for me smells a bit biscuity. There's something of a buttery biscuit, almost like a shortbread, but creamier. It is so incredibly good. It is, oh, if I had it on and I, take my clothes out of the washing, the washing basket to go and throw it in the washing, and I smell this on my clothes. Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. I wonder if it's at the moment my favorite Middle Eastern fragrance overall. I almost think so. It's really lovely. Guys, it hasn't been overhyped in the slightest. It deserves every bit of hype that it got. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Do you have any of these fragrances? Are there any Middle Eastern content that you would specifically like to see from me? I would love to know, because I love making this content. So please join me next Friday for our first December unboxing, since it is the season of gift giving. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you all. Until Monday, bye for now.